What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and in today's video I'm doing a quick review on my Airsoft plate carrier and belt setup. Pretty much a combination of the two because I run the two of them together like most people would nowadays. This is kind of the modern setup now for a lot of experienced airsofters, as well as people who do tactical shooting in the real steel world, for home defense and all that stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. So this is also kind of a review on the plate carrier itself. This is the OneTigris plate carrier that I got on Amazon, and I really like this plate carrier. It is built for airsoft, but it does take real steel plates. You can, if you from the back here, you can it does have the little slot here, so you can put in whatever armor plates in at the front as well as the back. So I will hopefully one day, if I can afford it, and I'll be able to put real steel plates or armor plates in here. So I guess if I want a bit more of that realism, or if shit hits the fan, then I have that protection and I can make good use of this, right? Got some pockets here. It does have some molly, so I just took my my 3 rifle mag pouches from my old setup, put it on here, and what I've also done with these mag pouches is I've placed these M4 style mag inserts. I don't know if you can kind of see. I'll take just one out. So I did kind of have to open it up a little bit more, because I do use these mag pouches for my AK magazines as well. These are built for 5.56, but it does work okay for the AK style 7.62 mags. It's just a little bit more of a tight fit, right? But this just mainly helps to prevent the magazine from falling out, because I've dealt with that a lot more now with this setup, that the magazines will fall out, and it's also just to keep the magazine pouch open, because otherwise it'll just kind of flail like this, and then I can't put the mag back in. It still has that problem sometimes, because this mag insert isn't going all the way to the top, so there's a little bit of a lip here that still kind of folds, and sometimes you can have trouble sticking it back in, as you can kind of see. But yeah, so I mean, still doable, but not. It's just a lot easier when you can have it like this, and then just tuck it back in like that. And as you can see, very nice snug fit. Won't come out or anything like that. Yeah, like I'll typically, like when I have my magazine set up, I'll have it going the curve this way, because I'm right-handed, so I'll grab it like this with my left hand, but I'll also grab it with my right hand if I'm doing left-handed reloads and so forth, right? But yeah, the mag inserts, if you're doing open style mag pouches like this, definitely would suggest the mag inserts, just to make your life easier, so that way everything keeps it nice and open. Mags don't fall out when you're running around or crawling and stuff. So, and then it's just nice to have a nice snug fit, so you can still do your mag reloads and tactical reloads and so forth. It will have, as you see, like there's the side little pouches here, so I guess if you wanted to add more rifle magazines or pistol magazines, that you can do that too. Obviously you do your adjustments on the shoulder straps here, and then I'll just open the top for you briefly, but you need to make your adjustments for the how it wraps around your body. Then you would have to take this up, undo these straps, and then just you would lift this up first, and then just adjust the tightness of the straps wrapping around your body. but I'm a pretty slim guy. I don't really need to adjust it too much. I like having, the good thing is I'm not a gigantic person, so even if I have it set pretty low, this part's still covering my upper body, so if there was a plate in here, it would still protect my vital organs. But it's also nice that I can have this almost just above the belt line, so I can have everything centered but still be able to reload comfortably. I don't have to reach across my body to grab mags and stuff, and that was the big problem that I started noticing more when I used to run just a belt rig, and I would have all my magazines on the left side. I was forced to put my pistol magazines on my right side of my belt and do reloads from there, and but then when I would be doing left-handed reloads with my rifle, then I'd have to reach across my body to get it, and that just wasn't comfortable at all. So I finally just, you know, I bit the bullet, or just finally came to realization that this was just a much better setup to have, so I could have all my rifle magazines centered, and then I could make my belt setup a lot better for myself. So yeah, I really love this plate carrier. I think it's very affordable for what it is. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. This is on Amazon for a very nice price. It looks really nice, especially with the nice touch of red with the little patch there, right? And then it's with the black. And then my belt setup. Granted, I have two belts of the same brand. This is the UTG heavy duty belt. I've used this for years. I love that it's a nylon belt, so it got lots of adjustments, but I like that it's the clip itself is really strong. Like, I can have this nice and tight along my my hip, and it's not gonna undo itself if I like lean over or bend down or something like that. It will stay locked into place, which is good. My magazine pouch is kind of what I briefly mentioned before. I used to have it on the right side because all my rifle magazine pouches would be on the left. But then, first game I finally played, running with the Glock and some magazines, these would get in the way with the plate carrier. So now that I've removed all my rifle magazines off my belt, it makes a lot more sense for me now, or it's a lot more natural for me now to have the magazine pouches on my left, because now I can just grab it from my left side here, much like how I do when I'm on duty for my armed security job, because we have the same setup. In fact, every law enforcement or police officer, any military person, any typical guy running this loadout would have their pistol magazines on their left side, right? So it's now it feels a lot more natural for me to have it on the left side. The plate carrier will still get in the way sometimes, just because these right now are Glock extended magazines, but I'm sure it'll just take some practice, and I've gotten pretty used to it. And if I'm running the FN57, for example, then magazines will obviously be much shorter. I won't have that issue, right? So now I got that, and then obviously on the right side I have, depending on which pistol I'm running, right now I just have the Glock. I don't have the Kydex holster for my Glock just yet, because I gotta get a light bearing holster for this guy. So, but this is just the standard one when I first got the gun, with no light. So Glock mag for my Glock 45 and Glock 18C. And then there's spare mag pouches for my pistols. One actually is for the pistol magazine, for my third magazine, and the other is for my speed loader. So I'll put like the speed loader here, and then the spare magazine here. So when I'm in the safe area, I'll have the spare magazine here, and then when I go onto the field, my pistol will be here, and then I just take the magazine, put it in the gun, and then when I'm about to walk off the field, I'll take the magazine out and then place it back in the pouch there. So that's that. Got my ballistic knife here. All right, the Ultimate Airsoft where I last played. has no issues with this, so kind of nice that I do get to carry this on me now. Haven't used it yet, but I was able to kind of show it off last time I played, which was pretty sweet. And I would actually keep a spare blade, ballistic knife blade, in this pouch on the other side. Unfortunately, I was doing some testing and it broke, but I'll get a new one soon for it. And then next, in between that and my pistol mag pouches, I'll have I'll have another knife. This is my rubber airsoft knife, so yeah, I can get some knife kills if I'm ever that fortunate, but hasn't happened in years. I just like having it for the sake of adding to the look of my setup, you know. So it's mainly there for aesthetic reasons now. I doubt I will ever get to a situation where I'll ever need that, because you know, if that kind of just means I'm in a really bad position. But who knows? If I'm lucky, I could even get a nice knife kill with this or with a ballistic knife. And then lastly, at the back here, I do have my Carrier Junior airsoft grenade held inside this little grenade pouch that was from a long time ago. It was some duty belt that I think this was more for something else. Like, I don't know. It came with many pouches, and this happened to be a pouch that was perfect for this Carrier Junior airsoft grenade. So I've been using it ever since and just haven't looked back. So you can find a pouch like this on Amazon too. Pretty straightforward. And then the pouches that I use for the ballistic knife and the blade, the spare blade, is just a flashlight. It's just for a flashlight normally, so I just have that as well. And yeah, and one side note too is just depending on, like, if I decide to run with a revolver, I'll obviously change the holster out and just slide that on, and then I wouldn't even have to worry about these like, I could get rid of these magazine pouches, so then I don't have issues with that. And then I would switch these mag pouches out for just the single pistol mag pouch, so that way it would hold my speed loader in it, and then I would still have the ballistic knife behind it. So that's pretty much my my plate carrier and belt setup that I have now. The newest thing that I've obviously changed out, like I said, is switching the pistol mag pouches from the right side to the left side. Finally, I can do that now, because now I have the plate carrier to pretty much take up all the rifle magazines that I carry on me. And honestly too, like, this thing, like, even though it does it does put on a bit more weight on your body, and you will sweat much more, better than in mine, just like, long as you're wearing like long sleeves underneath, just, yeah, it'll the good thing is it has some little mesh in the inside here, so it does help to reduce how much you would sweat without that. So that's the one nice thing about this. So I definitely say this is more of a I guess veteran setup, if you will. Like, if you're just starting out, like, you wouldn't even really need this. Just get yourself a belt first, and then get a couple pouches, like, basically like how I started, right? I started with 2 or 3 rifle magazines on the left side, maybe pistol magazines on the right, and then from there you can still work with that, right? You're not gonna need so much of this stuff, right? Like, this is just bonus stuff, really. And yeah, like, once you get more into the game, then you can upgrade to having a combination of both belt rig and a plate carrier setup like this. So if you have questions, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys in my future videos, and until next time, peace out, guys.